So our final penalty to avoid that can make a huge difference in your overall financial health is the early withdrawal penalty, and that's taking money out of your retirement account too soon. There's the magic number, we call it. There are a lot of magic numbers, I guess, in retirement, but the biggest one, I think, is 59 and a half. You've probably heard some reference to that and have some grasp of that number being a special moment. Well, it means a lot of different things, actually, but in this discussion, it's about if you're before that age, if you're earlier than 59 and a half, and you take money out of a qualified plan. That can include your 401k, an IRA, a traditional IRA, whichever it is, a qualified retirement plan. That money, again, has gone in pre-tax, and the government does not want you taking it out until the perceived retirement date of 59 and a half. I don't know what became so special about that year. Not 59, not 60, it's 59 and a half. I actually have a client that has retired. He retired a year ago when he was 58 and a half, and we had to be very careful about where he was going to get his distributions. Yeah. He left money in his 401k, and not to get too convoluted here, but if you leave money in the 401k and you actually retire, you don't get penalized. But anyway, we are holding his IRA money until he turns 59 and a half. It'll be June 18th when he does, so we had to make sure we cleared that date before we started taking the withdrawals.
Yeah, you have to have a roadmap and magnifying glass and everything else to work your way through all the complexity that is involved in all these retirement rules. And let me just say that don't go this alone. Don't try to do this by yourself, because there are way too many issues, way too many gotchas that can trip you up, and it might trip you up a small amount, it might trip you up a big amount, but you definitely don't want to go it alone. This is part of what we do at Gen Wealth that we call the Ready to Retire process. We help you to navigate around all of these penalties and issues that could be a real problem for you in retirement. That is a big part of how we actually structure a retirement income plan. As Scott was saying, we left some money in a place that he could draw it penalty free and did not take it out of the IRA in that client's individual situation and navigated around the 59 and a half penalty. If you just go, hey, look, I'm retired and I'm going to take money out of my IRA, lump it, that's just the way it is, then the government will catch up to you on this, because they have all kinds of ways to monitor what's coming out of these retirement accounts, and especially what age you are when it comes out.
Well, we didn't mention what the penalty was, 10%. It's a 10% penalty if you take money out prematurely. And I think it's also important to note that there are different types. I said qualified plan. I don't want to paint a brush across all retirement plans there, because we do work with a lot of police officers, teachers. They have access to retirement accounts, Janet, that are not going to be penalized, because many of them do retire before 59.
Yeah, they do. They do have earlier access than what the law allows for everybody else, and so it's important to understand how your plan works, and we can definitely look at that with you.
Want more content like this delivered to your inbox weekly? Visit fastest4.com to learn more.